Snowden joined Twitter yesterday, and within a very short time he had more followers than the NSA. The NSA has about 75,000, and as of today, I checked, he had over 1 million followers. Interestingly though, Americans don't have a favorable view of him. According to the ACLU, who commissioned a poll, 64% of Americans do not have a favorable view of Ed Snowden. They consider him a traitor, or possibly don't even know who he is. I saw John Oliver interview him in Moscow, and during the interview, John Oliver showed him footage that he took, man on the street type interviews, where he asked people on the streets of New York, who's Ed Snowden, and do you know what he did? And most of them really weren't aware of what he did, which was he worked for the NSA. He exposed a lot of what was going on there, which the tinfoil hat crowd had been saying things like, they're using your cell phone to spy on you, and people were like, nah, they're using your webcam to look into your homes and spy on you, and people thought, no, who would do that? And so they didn't believe it, but it turned out to be true, and Ed Snowden exposed it, and he's the reason that President Obama backed off on his support of the dragnet policy, where they were going to collect all phone records of all Americans, so domestic spying essentially. And supposedly these things we are protected from by the Fourth Amendment against unreasonable search or seizure, but of course that stuff has gone out the window because, hey, terrorists. I do find some hope in that we might be turning a corner in some of that. In a recent Republican debate, there was a moment, Chris Christie and Rand Paul supports the Fourth Amendment and doesn't want these privacy violations to continue, and Chris Christie wants them to continue. Chris Christie said, remember 9/11 and heroes, and during that moment Rand Paul did one of these, like, oh, here we go again. Here's the significance in that he wasn't booed, and this is a Republican presidential debate. He did not lose the debate, according to Republicans. Chris Christie came in last for that debate, and Rand Paul fared much better. So good, I hope we do turn a corner, because frankly, if somebody wanted all of my phone records and text records, all of my emails, I would think, well, that would be a toxic control freak that I wouldn't allow in my life. I mean, generally, we consider ourselves pretty good judges of character, right? I consider myself a good judge of character. You probably do too. I'm not sure why we throw our judgment out the window when it comes to the government. I hope that we have a call for sanity, but from my perspective, Ed Snowden, you're a hero. And according to the ACLU's polling, actually, the rest of the world considers him a hero too. One of the things that he exposed was that we were spying on the Chancellor of Germany, which was a popular move. So when the ACLU polled Germans, they found that 95% of them knew who Ed Snowden was, and well over 80% of them had a favorable view of them. In fact, they surveyed Italy, France, Germany, Spain, the Netherlands, and all of them had an over 80% favorable view of him. So they consider him a hero. Welcome to Twitter, Ed Snowden. I follow you. I hope you follow him too, and I hope that now that you're speaking to the rest of the world from social media, that we will hear more from you and learn more about what he did for us, because he sacrificed a lot. The word hero is thrown around a lot, but a lot of people are called heroes who are just doing their jobs. I mean, servicemen and women, they got a job, they get paid for it, and it's great, it's a respectable job, but it doesn't make you, by default, a hero. On the other hand, this man gave up his home, his country. He now lives in exile. He has to watch over all of his communications in order to not disclose his location. So he gave up a lot. He put a lot on the line for us, and the least we could do is recognize the sacrifice that he made. Please like and subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday. Thanks for watching.